Hey guys, it's just me. So I decided that I have not jumped on Ramblings of a Crazy Person for a while. And so I'm just trying to I've got all these things dinging and making noise. And that one's off. So, but yeah, so I haven't been on for a while to just do some rambling. So I did tag Lonnie. I'm not sure whether or not it actually worked because I don't see the comment. And the reason why I tagged Lonnie is because Lonnie loves it when I jump on and do Ramblings of a Crazy Person, but it is not showing. So I actually had a comment, but I guess there's been an issue with Facebook Live as well. So yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on. What's happening? So this drives me crazy. Technology is driving me crazy. So for the last, I don't even know how many days, we've been trying to figure out the shop's website because Pam has been working really hard at helping Brooke get all of the products in and doing all of that stuff. But we've had some problems. Hey, Crystal. But we've had some problems with being able to get everything syncing together, and so we've had some different people that we have reached out to be able to help us figure out the problem, and nobody seems to be able to figure out the problem. So I don't know what is driving me nuts. So I was here until 12:30 or whatever. I had just gotten off a Zoom call with the tech guy that we've been dealing with, and so and he's been at it like all day trying to get everything figured out. And so but like there's all these stupid rules, all these stupid conflict things. So this program doesn't work with this program, and then it's like, okay, well, try this program. Well, that program doesn't work with this program. And so like you've got all these little crazy things happening, and it's like, can you guys not just create a product that actually works to do all the things that you need it to do? So like we pay a lot of money for these stupid plugins to be able to work on your website, and then but this one doesn't work with this one, and this one doesn't work with that one. It's like, can you not just create it so that it works with each other? Or create one that actually has everything that is supposed to happen together? But that's apparently not. Apparently that's just too easy. So I don't get it. So it's a very simple process. I thought, hey, Francine. So, but what do I know, right? What do I know? So, yeah, so the tech guy is setting something up. And so so something's running in the background. Because I'm like, okay, I'm hijacking my camera because I'm planning on going live. Hey, Jeff. So I'm jumping on so that I can actually do something. But I'm just tired of all this tech stuff. Like I said, I just want it to work. So between that and my website and all the different gadgets that come with doing online stuff, drives me crazy. And then Facebook, of course, is being funky. And then they're making us change the to the new system thing or whatever. And it's like, oh my God. So, but yeah. So anyway, enough about the tech stuff. So what's everybody else up to today? So it has been, we actually started off with a nice day, and then now it's rainy and cloudy, but at least it's rainy and cloudy. So one of the things that I saw that I didn't realize was happening, because I've been stuck in my own little world for probably about 3 weeks. I haven't been outside of my own world. And one of the things that I saw today is that California has some massive fires, which I knew about the fires, but I think it was yesterday or the day before that, if I'm not mistaken, that I think it was the day before that, hey Tracy, is that I saw the fire tornadoes, and I was like, oh my God, like that is like super, super scary. So I can't imagine being stuck in a fire, like in an area that has the fire already, and then to have tornadoes on top of that, and like have these swirling fires going around, like that's just super, super scary. And so definitely my heart goes out to everybody in the in California, and hope they can actually get these fires put out soon and help keep people safe. So there was an article that I was reading that somebody was actually talking about their own experience and how scary it is for them. So it's like, oh, that's like not cool. But yeah, so I'm hoping that they are going to be able to get out and do something. So, but the yeah, so that is, I'm just kind of, so Sheldon's actually doing the dishes because we actually cooked here tonight, because like I said, I've been stuck doing like behind this computer, trying to get, because he's doing like screen share, so like to be able to give him some specific logins and stuff. So I've been doing that, and like I said, I said, okay, I'm hijacking my computer, and he's like, what does that mean? Like, I'm taking my computer back so that I actually have connection. So, but it's fall, guys. Fall is coming, and fall is here. It's cold and it's wet and it's damp. And we've got 2 furnaces that are not working. So Hillary Plumbing and Heating have lots of work to do. So that's good for them. So they are going to be coming back to fix both of them. So the one here, they're going to do that probably next week. And then the one at home, they have to reinstall a brand new furnace. So like that's super crazy. Bonjour Nancy. Comment ça va? So it's, but yeah, so they're going to replace the furnace. And so we'll see. Well, I already know that that's going to go well. That's not an issue, but then there's all that. And then there's car issues. And it's like, oh, guys, just stop with all the great news. So, but yeah, so that's kind of where things are at. But Pam did a fantastic job. I don't know if you guys actually caught her live today. She did a fantastic job with, so Brooke's doing a yard sale today. And so she was not working today. And so Pam was covering, and because they're featuring the leggings, the leg art leggings. And so she did a live, and she did a fabulous job at sharing the in-stock stuff. So they have like a 10% off of anything that's in stock. And then they have a custom order going out again for leg art. So that's, so they're looking at doing that. And so, but Pam did a fantastic job at being able to explain, despite the fact that, so what she was looking at the computer was the computer actually looked completely black. She couldn't see herself anymore. It was like pretty, and then she was using my one laptop that we use that is like not the best laptop. And so, but it's good for being able to put like some data entry and things like that, but it has no memory. So or has very little memory. So like it has, has a very small hard drive that doesn't give you a whole lot of like a lot of place to store things. And so like downloading pictures or having a lot of RAM stuff doesn't work so well. But she was using the new Facebook Live feature thing, and I really truly do not like that thing, so I avoid it like the plague, which is why I use StreamYard. So I jump on with StreamYard and I like it much better. It works much better. I don't get the same delay stuff that was happening before. So I think it was I don't even remember when it was now. It just seems like it was so long ago that we were trying that was before I actually, and that's when I started with the Ramblings of a Crazy Person, was when we were trying to figure out like how to be able to get these lives going, because that's where my ramblings came from, was that it was just driving me crazy, all this tech stuff like it is tonight, which is why I'm like, I'm jumping on to do Ramblings of a Crazy Person, because like that's just where I'm feeling right now. And so, and I know that that's not politically correct, but it is what it is. But it's because I really am feeling absolutely, absolutely crazy. But it's driving me, so all this tech stuff is driving me crazy, which I've said like 1,000 times, but I said it again. So I am really enjoying that fern in the background. So I'm going to turn on the light for a second so you guys can see even better. See, look at that. So that is the, I don't like overhead lights if I don't have to use them. But that is the fern that was actually outside the door of the center. And so for the winter, I actually have it here. Looks really awesome in that corner. And then right here, I've got some plants. Those are, we're going to actually work on repotting them. So we're going to actually do that next Thursday during Inner Moon Goddess. We're going to do some plant therapy. So like that's going to be really fun. And so we're going to repot some of these plants and see what we can save, because they are, we didn't want them freezing outside. If we would have just left them in there, then they would have died. So we brought them in. So they're in here and then I've got some more in the front. And then we brought the tree in as well. So we brought all the plants that were in front of Divine Crystal Healing Shop's window and the fern. So the fern is going to go back outside next year, right by the door. And then the other ones, these ones here, the other planters, is we'll contact Simone and get some new plants to be able to put back in there. But in the meantime, we're going to see what kind of plants that we can actually save and maybe put them around the different places in the center. I know that Jeremy was looking for some more plants for his room. So I'll see what plants it is that he wants to take a look at when he's back next week, and see which ones that he thinks will be a good fit for his room, and we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. Hey, Lori, how's it going? How did things go at school this week? So I'm just rambling. So I am just hanging out and just rambling about whatever it is that pops into my head. So like there's not anything in particular, just whatever. So I'm just rambling, and I'm really missing Lonnie. Lonnie, like you keep me going in conversation. Where are you? Where are you? And but yeah, so but she definitely keeps me having conversations, but I don't even know where she is today. Lonnie, I miss you. So when she catches the replay, but I know that she hasn't even been jumping on for the replay. So, but yeah, so oh, and my allergies, they're driving me crazy. So I've got all this nasal drip stuff happening, and then I start coughing because it's all landing in the back of my throat. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at today. So so like I said, how's everybody else's weekend been so far? So we've had so all day Saturday, like I said, it was nice here this morning, and but I'm sure that I'm going to be online for another couple of hours with the tech guy, because I'm supposed to get back to him when I decide that I'm going to hand over my camera back to him, unless he's actually going to bed, because I'm not sure, because we're in different time zones, so I'm not sure what time it is there. But we have to, I'm just checking to see. Yeah, so I think he's still going to wait until I'm done to be able to to see what it is that's going on. But yeah, so this is my crazy moment. This is my, I don't know how I'm going to be able to deal with this kind of moment. So, but it'll come, it'll happen. And like I said, poor Pam, she was doing like tons and tons of work, and but it wasn't working so well. And so she's like, okay, I don't know. I'm putting the weights in, because in order for it to be able to go onto the website, the weights and the weight and the weight and the measurements need to go in, so that way the plug-in that works on the shipping part will actually be able to configure and do all of its things. But it's not, but it wasn't carrying over, and it still wasn't showing up on the website. So I'm not sure what it is that is going to happen that way, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. But like I said, poor guy has been working really hard at trying to get it to work. But I'm pretty sure this plugin that he used is one that conflicts with the it's either the subscriptions that it conflicts with, or it's the the shipping one that it conflicts with. So like I said, all these programs should be easy. It should be like plug and play, ready to go. You put in your information, you put your data in, you have it sync with your system, and everything should be easy peasy, but it's apparently not. So it's not easy peasy. And if I was just going to use PayPal or things like something like that, then it would be easy. But we need it to run with our Square machine, which we use here. So like this is what carries all of our inventory. And we can't have two different stashes of inventory because a lot of things are one of a kind, that kind of thing. So we need it to be able to sync over so that if it gets sold online, that it's no longer in our system here and that we can actually pull it out of our system once we get it packed up, and then same as vice versa. But yeah, so it's not really working that way. But again, what do I know? I'm not a tech person. Logic to me would be make it so that this piece and this piece and this piece all line up and work together. And then that would be so much easier. That's not the way that it works. And so any of my friends that have any commerce section, then let me know if you guys have this. And I actually posted on my personal page today too to say, hey, anybody out there using this, to see whether or not we can get that part figured out. But we'll see. We will see, because like I said, it's been driving me crazy trying to get all these different things happening, and it has not necessarily been happening. So, and I'm just checking to see, and it looks like I'm just kind of curious because I had to leave it open because he's like, don't close it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to close it. And it looks like everything has moved over, but whether or not it is working, that's a whole other issue. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I need to figure out how to make sure that it's not conflicting with the other stuff. So, but what again, what do I know? So just make it simple. I don't get it. Yeah, so tomorrow morning is I'm coming on to do our weekly card pulls, and so I'm going to work on that. And so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow morning around 11, and then yeah, so I'm going to be doing that around 11 tomorrow. And then Maggie, yay, Miss Maggie's coming next week. So I'm super, super excited that she is coming and joining us. And so I am, so she's actually coming up to do her book signing. So Maggie, I actually interviewed Maggie, but she's also a friend of mine. And so she is, she's coming up. I'm actually tagging her right now. So she is coming up next weekend. So she's going to be here Saturday for book signing. So any of you who want to have, I know that Lonnie did, I know that Diane wanted to be able to connect with her. I can't remember who else it was that wanted to make sure that they connected with Maggie. But she actually launched her book during the pandemic. So when everything ceased to exist in March, Maggie actually released her book. So it wasn't supposed to be released until later on. I can't remember what timeline she had given herself, but she ended up having it so that it was live. And all of you guys are like jumping on, and all of you guys are being like super quiet. Like, where's my conversationalists? Nobody wants to talk to me today. So, but yeah, so that's the that's all the fun that we're having. So, and then, so on Monday is our last day for weighing in for our 12-week challenge. That has been a very long 12-week challenge. So it started in February, and I think we got halfway when everything shut down. And so because we had shut down, we couldn't have people come in for weigh-ins and that kind of thing. So we put everything on hold until things reopened. And so then when phase 3 happened, then we were able to start again. And what we did was we asked, we decided that we were actually going to start over. And so we started over. So our 12-week challenge has lasted a lifetime. But we're actually finishing our first 12-week challenge, which I have not been successful in this time around, but that's okay. And so right now I'm doing a 14-day challenge with Darcy. So that part there is kind of cool. And so we're doing that 12-week challenge. But what I decided to do with the 12-week challenge, I mean the 2-week challenge, is that I'm actually journaling it. So I'm doing, because it's part of one of the things that we needed to do as part of this challenge was being able to journal and like noting like what is it that's going on, what is it that's happening. And so I decided that to be able to hold myself accountable even more is that I was going to, my camera's looking funky. There we go. So I was going to, so I decided that I was actually going to make it public. And so I have been sharing it publicly. So, and I know that many of you guys have read it. And so I didn't actually get to post last night the update because I was, like I said, it was 12:30 by the time that I like wound up to get ready for sleep. And so it was, I think it was just before midnight or around 11:30 or something when I needed to call it quits last night. And so I said, okay, I'm done. But it was daytime there. So like he was just kind of starting his day. But yeah, so I managed to get my post typed while I was in my PJs and relaxing, but I didn't get it to on the computer. So I'm going to do that tonight after I do. So I'm actually going to do day 4's update as well as day 5 update on the blog post. And I'm doing that for the next 14 days. So like I completely was, I really completely I'm holding myself accountable because I actually even took a picture of me on the scale with my weight. And so I will do the same thing. One of the things that I should have done that I didn't do was the measurements. So I should have actually done measurements to see where things are at. The other thing is that yesterday we actually started walking. So my friend Chris and I started a walk. And so that was one of the things that we were going to do. So we're doing that twice a week and until it gets cold anyway, because like neither one of us are winter people. So that's kind of where things are at there. But yeah, so that's kind of where, so all these different things are going on and all these different things are happening and they're all, other than the tech stuff, they're all good things. So, oh, I was talking about Maggie and I got distracted when I was going to invite Maggie. So Maggie is coming up and she's going to be doing her book signing but she's also doing a meditation. So she doesn't actually charge a specific amount for her meditations. And so it is a free will offering as to whatever it is, but spaces are limited in terms of the meditation. But the book signing, it'll be throughout the day, and being able to meet people and so Maggie's going to be able to have a chat with people and get some books signed. And so she's going to have 2 books, her book, and then she's got she's a co-author in another book. And so I think she's a co-author in another book on top of that, but I don't think she's bringing that one. I don't think the other one's published yet, but yeah, so Miss Maggie is going to be doing that. Hey, Lonnie, I've missed you. So I've been talking to myself because no one else has a conversation with me. So when I'm doing Ramblings of a Crazy Person, I thought of you and I actually tagged you in a post, but it's not showing up in the comments because when I schedule it in live in StreamYard, it's not carrying over to, but they already know that that's an issue. So, but yeah, so lots of tech issues going on. So that's kind of where things are going. But anyway, so how are you doing, Miss Lonnie? So I've missed you and I've missed having conversations with you. So I'm hoping that you are, hey, Tamara. So I'm hoping that you're going to have some conversation with me, but I'm actually almost getting ready to head out because I've been doing this for a bit. But it's, yeah, so that's kind of where things have been. That's kind of where things are at. And like I said, I'm pretty excited about next week though, when we do the flowers. So we're going to do um, some healing with flowers because because working with earth, and so we're going to be working with the earth, and then we're going to be working with the roots, and because they're all in a thing together, so the roots are going to be kind of tangled together, so we have to carefully take them apart so that we can actually plant them without disturbing the roots too much, so that they can actually survive. So you're welcome, Lonnie. So, but yeah, so like that's what we're doing next Thursday at our Inner Moon Goddess thing. So love the lighting. Thanks. It's just my lamp, and it just the way that things are like dimming down. So I actually cranked up the light, and then my lamp that always stays on, that other one that stays on at the back. And so I actually flicked on the light really big because, like, look at my fern in the back. So that's the one that was at the front of the building. So so it's in here. It's hanging out with me for the winter. So when spring comes and it's not going to freeze to death out there, then we're going to put it back outside. I'm getting myself together and see you sooner than later. Hugs, yay! So if you are feeling up to it, Lonnie, we are doing, we're going to be doing some repotting and playing in the dirt and really connecting with some roots and some earth, if that's something that you are wanting to do and you are feeling up to it. And yeah, so that's what we're doing next Thursday. So, but lots of really cool things happening. So we've got our kids program, and that has been running, and the little ones. I love working with the little ones. They're so interesting. So we were doing, so we actually went to the park because we were actually doing some mindfulness, and that's what we were actually focusing on. And so we're at the park, and the one of the kids that are in the program, one of the things is what we're going through, and we're getting we're like, okay, like, so like, what is it? What are some of the things that you're observing? What are some of the things that, so like, it's like all of your senses, right? So what are you feeling? What are you, so like feeling is in like your feels. So what are you noticing in your body? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? So it was actually kind of funny. So one of the things that I got them to do is do some different activities. And then then it was like, okay, so close your eyes. And then I'm like, okay, so, and I wanted them to tell me the kids have got to be loving being back. They are. And I'm so happy that they're back. And so we're doing, so I got them to close their eyes, and I'm like, okay, so close your eyes and tell me, what do you see? And this one of the kids in the program said, our eyes are closed. We can't see nothing. So I'm like, yep, you're right. So not what do you see? So let's skip that one. But it was actually pretty funny. So that age group, so the Little Star program is ages 4 to 8. And yeah, so it was hilarious. It was like just too priceless. It was like, my eyes are closed, so I can't see nothing. I was like, touche. So, but it was pretty funny because it's just one of those things, right? So it's like, close your eyes and what do you see? And it's like, no, they don't see nothing. But it was like, what are you feeling? What are you sensing? And so when I got them to like, and again, it was like not paying attention to some of the words, right? So we need to be careful with how we use words and what words that we use. And sometimes my mouth goes faster than my brain. And so it's like the feelings, right? So I'm like, okay, so what are you feeling? And I meant like, so is the wind blowing? Like, is it warm? Is it cool? That kind of thing. So like, what's your physical sensations? And, but I said feelings. So they're like, I'm feeling bored, or I'm feeling, so it was, I'm feeling bored. I'm, oh, what was the other emotions? Because sitting still at the park was not something that was wanted. It was like, let me play, I want to run. So if the weather is nice again next Thursday, not next Tuesday, we're actually going to go back again and do some more experiments. So we actually did some work around a tree, and we did some, but yeah, it was fun. So we did lots of different things. Nothing better than having kids around, surprising what they say. Yup. So, and especially when you're like, yep, you're right, absolutely, right? So out of the mouths of babes. So, oh, Lonnie, I'm so happy that you're actually back and having a chat with me, because I'm like, so I actually chatted for probably about 20 minutes. I was just rambling about all the crazy. So, which is what this is all about. So I don't do this often enough, or at least not as often as Lonnie would like me to do it, because she's like, hey, I haven't seen you do ramblings of a crazy person for a while. And I hadn't been doing them, because I was doing them pretty consistently. I hope Mother Nature cooperates for us all. Me too. So we need some more nicer weather and some more warmer weather, but it is what it is. It's not snow. I think on the other side of North Bay, sometime earlier this week, somebody was saying that there was snow. So, but yeah, so I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, so, but I better get back so that he can see what else that he can figure out. And I love your ramblings. I love it. Thank you. So, but anyway, I'm going to get back to it and see, because I don't want to be online until like midnight again tonight. So I'm going to see what it is that he can get accomplished, because it's now 8 o'clock. And so I'm hoping that in the next couple of hours, but I will be on tomorrow morning to be able to do the weekly card pull. And so if you would like to be able to have a card pulled, I will be online. And then of course we've got our regulars that are always on the list. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow morning around 11:10. I'll be online, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, chat with you later. And Lonnie, I'm so glad to see that you joined me online. So, but anyway, I will chat soon, and bye for now.